Now at 10, the Oklahoma House passes a Texas-style anti-abortion bill. Plus, why Miami, Oklahoma residents could see an increase in their monthly utility bills. And the Senate Judiciary Committee continues their questioning of Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson. Oklahoma advances a bill prohibiting doctors from performing abortions in the state. This is KOAM News at 10. The bill has passed the Oklahoma House. It would be enforced through private civil actions in which any private citizen is entitled to collect at least $10,000 if they bring a successful lawsuit against someone who performed or helped a woman obtain an abortion. Opponents have condemned the enforcement mechanism as a bounty. The bill now heads to the Oklahoma Senate, which passed a similar abortion ban earlier this month. Residents of Miami, Oklahoma are told to prepare for a utility rate increase. The city of Miami put out a press release explaining that the Grand River Dam Authority handed down $2.7 million in energy costs to Miami utility customers. City officials say it's an amount they have to pay back. And by increasing customer rates, they'll be able to do that within 3 years.
So our customers could see about a $5 increase on their bill on average. Those that use more on average will see a few more dollars than that.
Reese says if residents are having difficulty paying their bills, there are options available. The city works with charitable organizations to help with bill payments. The city offers a bill averaging program to help as well. Missouri Southern is launching a financial forgiveness program for students who previously left their degree program at MSSU. The new program offers incentives for students with past due balances from the fall semester of 2021 or before, but never finished their degree. When eligible students complete at least 6 credit hours in the upcoming fall semester and pay for that semester, their previous debt will be removed.
Having a college degree opens up a lot of opportunities for students in most cases, and eliminating the barrier for some that they have with the previous balance. This is just a great benefit and a great opportunity for them to come back to school and finish what they started with us here at Southern.
The amount of debt you have with the school doesn't matter. Completing the program will remove any amount. It is cold and it is damp out there, Doug Heddy.
It is, and it's been that way all day long. We've had the clouds, light showers, and a little bit of drizzle across the region. That's still what we have out there for us right now. Here's our numbers today. 41 started at 38, normal high is 62, so well shy of where we should be for this time of the year. And you can still see rotations of light showers, little bands rotating in, kind of picking up a little bit in our western counties. But this is what we're going to see tonight, on and off light showers and drizzle. Very similar to what we've had all day long as this storm system slowly exits off toward the east. So let's go through the overnight hours, hit and miss, random light little showers. Temperatures kind of hover back into the mid 30s for overnight lows. Temps right now are in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees, so we're not going to drop off too much more from this point on. When are we going to see the sun? We're going to look at that here in a bit.
See you then. Joplin firefighters today battled this house fire near Murphy and Richmond. Firefighters say the man who owns this home has been taken to a burn unit of a hospital in Springfield with non-life-threatening injuries. Firefighters were called to the scene late this afternoon. They say the fire began in an attached garage, then spread to the home. Federal authorities have charged a Grove, Oklahoma man and his 2 sons for a 2019 murder in Delaware County. James Buzzard and his sons Dakota and Cody are charged with first-degree murder. Authorities say they waited for Jerry Tapp to get home from work, then shot him multiple times, killing him in his front yard in August of 2019. You can read more about the case on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Authorities have released an autopsy report on a Miami, Oklahoma man who was stabbed to death last August. That report indicates 37-year-old John Uran was stabbed 16 times in the torso, neck, and head outside his sister's home in Ottawa County. Investigators say Uran and the suspect, Travis Johnson, had been arguing about a cell phone when the stabbing occurred. Officers arrested Johnson a short time later. He remains in the Ottawa County Jail, charged with first-degree murder. Our nation's first female Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright, has died of cancer. President Bill Clinton chose Albright as America's top diplomat back in 1996, and she served in that capacity for the last 4 years of the Clinton administration. At the time, she was the highest-ranking woman in the history of U.S. government. In 2012, President Barack Obama awarded Albright the Medal of Freedom, our nation's highest civilian honor. Madeleine Albright was 84. President Biden has arrived in Brussels, where he'll meet with key allies to bolster the response to Russia's attacks on Ukraine. One urgent concern is whether Russia will deploy chemical weapons to break down Ukrainian resistance. The President will attend an emergency NATO summit and address leaders of the European Union to discuss more military aid to Ukraine. They may also agree to more sanctions and plans for tougher enforcement of existing sanctions. The State Department now says it's the U.S. government's assessment that Russian forces have committed war crimes. The Better Business Bureau says for-staters who want to provide financial assistance for Ukrainian refugees need to be aware of the potential for scams. A representative tells us the best option might be charities in neighboring countries where some Ukrainians are now.
Maybe consider donating your money to the Poland charity relief efforts right now, because half of the refugees from Ukraine have actually fled there, and Poland really needs a lot of help right now. And there's a lot of legitimate charities there. Better Business Bureau has actually put together a list of about 20 Better Business Bureau accredited charities.
Partisan sparring marked U.S. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson's second and final day of questioning. She also faced a 12-hour grilling today. The White House and Senate Democrats say Judge Jackson has performed with grace and dignity, while Republicans describe her testimony as unclear. Deborah Alfarone has more from Capitol Hill.
On her final day in the witness chair, U.S. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson said she'll bring all of her experiences to the bench if she is confirmed.
Being a trial judge, being an appellate judge, being a public defender, in addition to my being a Black woman, lucky inheritor of the civil rights dream.
Committee Republicans accused Judge Jackson of activism in past decisions and pressed her again on sentencings in her child pornography cases.
I've sentenced more than 100 people. You have 8 or 9 cases in that chart.
Okay, Judge, you said that before. These are the 8 or 9 child porn cases. I will say, to correct the record,
I just say to the judge, there's no point in responding. He's going to interrupt you.
Thank you.
Look, I appreciate the chairman trying to filibuster, and if you don't like your witnesses' answers, you're welcome to provide your own.
Senate Democrats have praised Judge Jackson's performance as impressive, but Republican leaders have characterized her answers as evasive.
She's declined to address critically important questions and ameliorate real concerns.
You will become a member of the U.S. Supreme Court.
Democrats have signaled they're confident Judge Jackson will ultimately be confirmed by the evenly divided Senate, with a final vote expected ahead of the Easter holiday. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, after today's public hearing, the Senate panel was to go into a closed session to discuss Judge Jackson's background check. Tomorrow is the final day of confirmation hearings, with testimony from a full slate of other witnesses, including representatives of the American Bar Association. Ford has issued a recall for some of its trucks and SUVs because of a brake fluid leak. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, close to 200,000 vehicles could potentially be affected. They include F-150s from 2016 to 2018, Expeditions from 2016 and 2017, and Lincoln Navigators from 2016 and 17. At least 4 low-speed accidents have occurred because of the issue. No injuries have been reported. Coming up, Joplin City officials dedicate a trail to the city's early history and the people involved. Plus, a youth pastor bikes 240 miles in 2 days to raise money for area kids.
You Are a Friend can help.
Folks in Joplin can now learn about the city's history while taking in the sights and sounds of nature. The city today dedicated the North Trail of Landreth Park as the Joplin Heritage Trail. It now features 3 markers telling the stories of Joplin's early days, including the Osage Nation, early settlers, and the discovery of lead in the area. It's part of a legacy project to mark the city's 150th anniversary next year.
This is where the first lead strike was in August of 1870, and the city grew east and west of Landreth Park. So if you had to pick one spot in Joplin where the city started from, it would be here in Landreth Park.
City plans to add more historical markers to the trail over the next few years. The Joplin Public Library is helping people relax and wind down a little bit. They're offering take-home kits for mini Zen gardens. March is themed around gardening for the library, and organizers say it's a way to get adults involved.
Yeah, take-home kits for the adults are just a way of us connecting with some of the kind of what we're trying to do in the adult programming side of things here at the library in general, which is to do what we've been doing for years with children and with teen programs, which is to connect people with these resources that they might not be aware that the library offers and provides.
The gardens are available only while supplies last, and most were claimed today. A local church is teaching young kids life skills that'll help them as they get older. The Carterville First Baptist Church hosted the Lives in Training program, which included a dinner, a lesson, crafts, and free time. Since today is National Meteorology Day, they went over things like the water cycle and the basics of weather in our area.
Gets them outside, it gets them to be aware of their surroundings. They can learn what the clouds do and what the rain is for. And today we went over how old it was, you know, just that water's been around for a while, and just helps them know, you know, how things happen outside.
The church will host another event next Wednesday. It's themed around manta rays. A youth pastor put the pedal to the metal and supported area kids. Jeremiah Johnson is the lead pastor for Grace Point Church in Georgetown, Kentucky. This week, he's been biking 240 miles around Missouri to raise money for a youth conference with area kids. Rode 120 miles on Monday from Clinton to Jeff City, then another 120 miles yesterday, starting from Jeff City.
Because I'm doing it for Jesus, I'm doing it for young people, I'm doing it for even I have two twin boys that are sitting around. I said, boys, I want to show them what it's like to be a finisher. I want them to see, like, hey, my dad, when he does something, when my dad says he's going to do something, he does it. So there's just so many elements that come along with it.
This is Johnson's second time biking that 240-mile journey. A little bit later, the Kansas City Chiefs trade away their all-pro receiver, Tyreek Hill. We're going to break down what they're getting back.
Plus another chilly, wet night for us tonight. When are we going to warm up? We'll look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a wet, raw, kind of nasty day once again for us today. Cloudy skies, on and off drizzle and light showers. It didn't amount to much. It's really just kind of a nuisance. 0.02 inches of rain for us today. For the month, we're just shy of 3 inches. For the year, at about 6.25 is average. So we're right where we should be so far this far into, gosh, it's almost April. Looks okay outside, even though some of the roads are wet. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Temperatures, they're chilly, upper 30s. Missouri, Kansas, still hanging on into lower 40s once you get into northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Those kind of northwesterly winds kicking in at about 10 to 20 all day long. So that makes it feel a little bit colder than what it actually is. Outside right now, 7th and range line, 39, westerly winds at about 10, humidity at about 80%. And look at the bands of showers which continue to work through. In between these two little bands, it's just drizzle, very light drizzle, but light showers in our eastern counties. And then again, you can see it picking up in our western counties. And we're going to see these bands as we go through the overnight hours for us. Tonight is this big storm system. It's taking its time. This has been on top of us for 3 days. Same system that produced all the tornadoes to our south 2 nights ago in Texas, last night in New Orleans. It's just a slow moving system, big area of low pressure, and it's slowly tracking away from us. So until it gets a little bit farther, we're going to continue to have the same conditions tonight into the daytime hours tomorrow. So bands of drizzle, bands of light showers through the rest of the night into the morning hours. We drop back mid-30s. bands of drizzle, bands of light showers through the morning hours, mainly just cloudy skies during the afternoon, but still temperatures are going to struggle to warm up. 35 to start, 41 by noon. High temp of 46, westerly winds again 10 to 15, maybe gusts a little bit higher than that. Finally, the clouds break tomorrow night, mid-30s again, but at least we get rid of the clouds. We get rid of the drizzle and the light showers. Partly sunny skies on Friday. We do warm back up, mid-60s for highs, but a weak wave rotates in late in the day. This is going to give us some clouds, maybe a random shower late Friday night into Saturday morning, and also a touch cooler by the time we head into Saturday afternoon. But the weekend overall looks good. Near 60 on Saturday, upper 60s to near 70 by Sunday. By Monday, upper 70s to near 80. We hang out near 80 on Monday, Tuesday, and really into Wednesday. Next system gets in here late Tuesday. Showers, thunderstorms, especially Tuesday night. Some of those guys could be strong, maybe severe, all the way into Wednesday. So we'll keep our eyes on that, but until then, let's just get rid of the drizzle and the light showers and set up for a nice little 4-day stretch of pretty good weather. 46 for us tomorrow, 64 on Friday, 60 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, near 80 by Monday, and then thunderstorms by the middle of next week.
When you've had this rain, it's easy to forget how recently it was warm and sunny, and how recently before that it was snowy. In a few days, we're going to forget the rain.
It's been all over the place.
It has. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, SEK Coach of the Year honors for a pair of local basketball coaches, and Seneca Baseball aims for their first win of the season against the Butler Bears. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
The Kansas City Chiefs parted ways with one of the best players in the NFL today. Kansas City has agreed to send Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins in exchange for 5 draft picks over the next 2 years. In exchange, the Chiefs get a first-round pick, second-round pick, and a fourth-round pick this year, then a 4th and 6th next season in exchange for Hill. He's one of the best to ever do it in Kansas City. He's made the Pro Bowl all 6 years since he was drafted. Last season, he had a franchise record 111 catches, picking up 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Now, after that deal was complete, Hill agreed to a 4-year, $120 million extension with Miami. That makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. The Seneca Indians hit the field this afternoon in the opening day of the Cassville Baseball Tournament. Now, Seneca actually gets to play at home to open things up, with games being moved from Cassville to Seneca due to weather. Now, the Indians facing the Butler Bears in their first of 2 games today. Now, we're scoreless in the first. Connor Ackerson takes off and steals third. Shortly after that, he'll score on the passed ball. Indians on the board. Then Seneca up 2-1 here. Colton Curtis gets it through. Pitcher Tanner Nesvold races home. Next inning, back to a 1-run ball game. Cade Galindo shoots it back up the middle. Another run comes in for the Indians. And then a few batters later, Nesvold doing a little bit of everything today. Finds grass and right. It's an RBI triple to put Seneca up 6-3 in the 4th. Indians would get one more. They go on to win it 7-3. To basketball now, we have a pair of local coaches who have earned Coach of the Year honors in the SEK. On the boys' side, Pittsburgh head coach Jordan Woods has been named the league's Coach of the Year. And just his 2nd year leading the Pittsburgh program, Woods led the Purple Dragons to a 16-5 overall record. Pittsburgh finished as the sub-state runner-up, but they won the SEK League Championship. It's their 6th SEK League title in 7 years, and Woods has won the league in each of his first 2 seasons as head coach.
It's one of those things that I always talk about with the kids, kind of about being immortal with your school. What mark do you want to leave? And we always point to the banners that, hang in every gym where you go, and those don't go anywhere. So I just talk to the kids about those and how much do you want to leave your mark whenever you leave here. So very big thing in our program.
On the girls' side, Fort Scott's Pashawn Steps is the SEK Coach of the Year. After going 8-12 last season, Steps led the Tigers to a 17-5 record this year, sharing the SEK League title with Labette County. It's the 9th conference title for Fort Scott and their first since 2014.
I was fortunate enough to have a great group of young ladies, and we have some characters on the team, and so they just made it fun each and every day. You know, coaching young ladies, it's an adventure, and so that's kind of what we wanted to do is to have fun, relax, and just go out and play hard and represent our town, our school, and our community to the best of our ability.
Staying in Southeast Kansas, big day for this guy here. Pittsburgh's Brian Rueda signed today to play soccer at the college level. Rueda will be staying in Southeast Kansas, signing today to play at Coffeyville Community College.
It feels great, you know, I'm just ready to go over there, show the coaches what I can do, and soccer means everything to me, you know. It's always been my escape of reality and stuff like that, and, you know, I'm just excited to play again.
That's it for sports. We're back after this.
Today.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Ronnie Bryant served in the U.S. Army from 1967 to 73. The Fredonia, Kansas native was stationed in Vietnam. And we salute Sergeant Ronnie Bryant, a four-state hero. Look at this. An artist in the Philippines is getting creative to show his creativity. Jasoni Garcia is a self-taught artist who usually draws with pens, but he's making his name through portraits using his hair. Yeah, look at that again. He's using his hair to do this. Garcia owns a salon with his sister, so cutting hair is nothing new to him. He started with his craft by making self-portraits, eventually moved on to portraits of his favorite actors and musicians. That is done with bits of hair.
It's impressive, a little weird.
Creative.
Yeah, okay, creative. Yeah.
The weather staying damp.
Yeah, we're going to have the drizzle for us tonight, kind of sticking around. 46 for us tomorrow, drizzle, some light showers, sunshine by Friday.
Final sports note.
In the CNC, girls, Abby Farabi from Colgan was named the girls' coach of the year. Matt Meyer from Galena was named the boys' coach of the year.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. Morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.
Salon service is provided by the Wild Side.